In 2023, I sent out 30 plus emails over the course of 11 months, and I was only gaining one new subscriber each month. I wasn't taking it seriously at this time, and it showed. After a full year of sending out emails to my 38 recipients, I decided it was time to start taking things more seriously. But the next step on my email list was the most important part. If you offer something valuable to people that aligns with their goals, they will happily give you their email address in exchange for this free product. And I'm stoked to say that since launching my lead magnet, my email list has doubled. Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. If you've not been here before, my name is Eric, and today I'm going to be talking about starting my email newsletter and how my first year of it went. Spoiler alert, it was a little bit rough, but finally we're making some progress. So in December of 2022, I decided that I was going to start an email newsletter. Really, I had no idea what I was doing at this time. I had been learning about how powerful email lists were, and even though I had basically zero audience at the time, I knew I wanted to get started. To kick things off, I shared a couple Instagram stories on my Instagram, letting people know that I was going to be starting the newsletter, and to my surprise, a few people were actually interested. And then on January 14th, 2023, I shared my first email to my list of 15 people. At this time, I didn't have anything in my business set up. I didn't have an offer. I didn't have really any content other than a few sporadic Instagram posts at the time. And really, I did not have much of a plan, but I decided to get started anyway. By the time I sent my third email, my list was at 28 people. And all things considered, this was not a half bad start, considering I shared it maybe 2 or 3 times on my Instagram and nothing more than that. I was super grateful for each person that signed up, and I was learning a ton throughout this whole process. But then things unfortunately slowed down a bit. On December 9th, 2023, I sent out my 34th issue of my newsletter. I had slowed down a bit throughout the summer. I kind of got busy, kind of got distracted with other things. And so I missed a few weeks here and there in between, but I was finally back on a more consistent weekly schedule at the end of last year. This 34th email, which was sent about 11 months after I started my newsletter, went out to 38 recipients. So that means during the course of these 11 months, I gained just 10 subscribers. As you can maybe imagine, I was feeling a bit defeated at this time. However, to be transparent, I was doing basically nothing to promote this newsletter. I wasn't sharing it on my social medias. I didn't have any traffic sources promoting it. And I wasn't even uploading each newsletter as a blog post on my website. So obviously, with these things considered, I can't be too upset about the lack of growth during this time. Honestly, I was still stoked to write and curate some of my thoughts each week that could go out as an email and potentially encourage or inspire some of these 38 awesome people. That was enough for me to show up each week and produce something that was worth reading. And then in December of 2023, things began to change. After a full year of sending out emails to my 38 recipients, I decided it was time to start taking things more seriously. At this time, I finally decided to start this YouTube channel that you're watching right now so that I could begin sharing about some of my interests. I've been a photographer and filmmaker for about 10 years, both as a hobby at the beginning and then finally professionally for the last 6 years or so. And I knew I wanted to start sharing about some of the things that I've learned along this journey. I'm sure I'll share more about my YouTube journey specifically in a future video, but really everything in my life has changed since I stopped thinking about it and decided to start making it happen. I posted my first YouTube video on November 25th, 2023. A month later, on December 30th, 2023, my email list had already gained an additional 10 subscribers and was now up to 47 recipients. So, for a quick recap, in January of 2023, I went from 0 to 28 subscribers on my email list. And then from February to December, I went from 28 to 38 subscribers on my email list. And then in December of 2023, I went from 38 to 48 subscribers. It doesn't sound like much, but I could feel the momentum shifting. I had gained 500 YouTube subscribers during the month of December, and so I knew I was up to something. I just needed to stay consistent. I continued posting weekly videos as I currently am right now, and by the end of January 2024, my YouTube channel had reached over 1,000 subscribers. Because of this increased traffic on my YouTube channel, my email list was growing and was up to 70 recipients. Clearly, this was nothing compared to the growth of my YouTube channel, but it was still encouraging to see slow and steady growth. But the next step on my email list was the most important part. On February 10th, 2024, I shared my first ever free email course called the Content Clarity Crash Course. The goal of this course is to help creators find their niche, decide what they should share about and how they can add value to other people's lives, and to start taking action with confidence. This course was designed as a way to add a ton of free value to people without any cost and therefore incentivize them to sign up with their email address. This is called a lead magnet, and it is one of the best ways to grow an email list. And really, it's a win-win situation. You provide people with a valuable product for free in exchange for their email address. And I'm stoked to say that since launching my lead magnet, my email list has doubled. Pretty sick. So at the time of creating this video, my email list is at 151 subscribers. 72 of these subscribers have signed up for the Content Clarity Crash Course. Therefore, almost 50% of my email list came from my lead magnet alone. As you can imagine, I am now a huge advocate for creating a lead magnet for your brand or your business. This one free email course alone has gained so much momentum for my brand, and it is the first one in the lineup of products that I'm going to be launching this year. Each one of these courses will lead into the next, allowing you to take that next step to grow your personal brand even further. I'll have a link down below in the description if you're interested in signing up for the Content Clarity Crash Course for yourself. I would say this is a pretty amazing story of the power of giving value away for free. From this journey of the first year of starting my email list, here are the few important takeaways that I've learned. You need to have a traffic source at the top of your funnel. My email list did not start growing until I started creating and sharing content on YouTube. People found my content on YouTube, and then simply I would just link to my newsletter, my lead magnet in the descriptions of my YouTube videos. And then people were able to find my newsletter and my Content Clarity Crash Course that way. Attracting people to your brand can be done through sharing on social media, YouTube, a blog, a podcast, or any of those things that you're creating and sharing and getting people interested in what you have to offer. You need eyes on your content first. The second thing is that you're only going to grow when you put in the effort to make it happen. In 2023, I sent out 30 plus emails over the course of 11 months, and I was only gaining one new subscriber each month. I wasn't taking it seriously at this time, and it showed. The third thing is that lead magnets do work. If you offer something valuable to people that aligns with their goals, they will happily give you their email address in exchange for this free product. I've been following the mantra of give before you receive and provide people with free products that exceed their expectations and then do it all over again. And then finally, the news that you probably do not want to hear, and that is that this does not happen overnight. I could have easily quit sending my newsletter when I had 40 subscribers after a full year of sending out emails, but the reality was that I did not want to let these 40 people down, so I kept going. And slowly but surely, things began to change, and they are now continuing to grow. The takeaway here is that it's going to take longer than you think. I'm sure you're going to grow faster than I will because I was not taking it seriously and not putting the effort that I needed to actually grow. And then finally, you should create a lead magnet as soon as you possibly can for your personal brand. If you have any questions or if you have any stories about growing your own email list, feel free to leave a comment below. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video or got value from it. Feel free to subscribe if you want to follow along and stay updated with each of my videos. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. My name is Eric. Peace.